Greetings, esteemed viewers. This is VOD Recaps. Before we commence, I must forewarn you that the forthcoming discussion contains spoilers. Today, I shall elucidate upon a German-American heist comedy film from the year 2021 titled Army of Thieves, serving as a prequel to Army of the Dead. This film marks the second entry in the Army of the Dead franchise. The narrative unfolds with an exposition of a venerable locksmith by the name of Hans Wagner. Once a diligent individual, Hans's life undergoes a transformation following the tragic demise of his wife and son. In the twilight of his years, he embarks upon the creation of a quartet of safes. Drawing inspiration from Richard Wagner's illustrious Ring Cycle, a series encompassing 4 operas. These safes are christened Rheingold, Valkyrie, Siegfried, and Götterdämmerung. Upon the completion of this magnum opus, Hans crafts a final safe within which he sequesters himself permanently. Numerous endeavors to extricate him prove futile, and ultimately the safe, with Hans's deceased body within, is consigned to the depths of the ocean. To this day, the whereabouts of these safes constitute one of the most intriguing mysteries in the world of safe cracking. The film then shifts its focus to Sebastian, the protagonist, who leads a prosaic existence as a bank teller in Germany, perpetually contending with querulous customers. One day, while at his place of employment, he learns of a zombie outbreak transpiring in Las Vegas. In his leisure, Sebastian crafts videos related to safe cracking for his YouTube channel, which regrettably attract no audience. Nevertheless, he remains steadfast in his efforts. Subsequently, one of his videos garners a viewer and a comment for the first time, originating from an enigmatic figure who extends an invitation to a clandestine safe-cracking competition in Berlin. Upon reaching the specified location and articulating the secret word, Götterdämmerung, Sebastian is granted entry. Inside, several participants are already in attendance, readying themselves for the competition. As the contest commences, the participants endeavor to crack the safes before them, while a perplexed Sebastian momentarily freezes in panic. However, he eventually succeeds in cracking the safe and advances to the semi-final alongside 3 other finalists. In the subsequent round, a competitor named Neo is the first to successfully crack the second safe. This time, a prepared Sebastian manages to be the second individual to crack the safe, thereby progressing to the grand final. In this concluding round, participants are tasked with solving the safe within a span of 3 minutes, failing which the round would conclude in a tie. Neo exerts himself in attempting to crack the safe, while Sebastian engages in conversation to distract him. Annoyed, Neo asks him to desist. Subsequently, Sebastian addresses his own safe and effortlessly cracks it, emerging as the champion of the competition. Sebastian's attention is inadvertently drawn to a woman named Gwen, who expresses admiration for his safe-cracking prowess. It is revealed that Gwen is an adept jewel thief, having embarked upon her illicit activities from childhood. At the tender age of 6, she purloined her inaugural wristwatch. Astonishingly, Gwen has been under Interpol's scrutiny since the age of 17. The following day, Sebastian resumes his routine life. However, on this occasion, he encounters and converses with Gwen for the first time during a coffee purchase. She discloses that she was the individual who commented on his YouTube video and invited him to the competition to assess his safe-cracking abilities. Gwen further demonstrates her thieving skills by deliberately pilfering a wedding ring, a watch, and a firearm from patrons of the coffee shop. Subsequently, she extends an invitation to Sebastian to join her heist crew. Initially reticent due to his lack of criminal experience, Sebastian's interest is piqued when Gwen reveals that the target comprises the entire Ring Cycle safes. His enthusiasm is tempered by uncertainty, given the challenging nature of the safes. Before departing, Gwen discloses that the safes are slated for decommissioning in 96 hours, underscoring the limited window of opportunity to engage with the safes. Recognizing that this opportunity may be his final chance to engage with the masterful safes, Sebastian resolves to become a part of the team and journeys to Gwen's secret lair. Upon his arrival, Gwen acquaints Sebastian with the other members of the ensemble. The initial introduction is of Corina, a woman tasked with overseeing logistics and possessing skills in hacking. Following her, Sebastian meets Rolf, the designated getaway driver, who previously held employment as a valet and is reputed to be the town's most skilled drifter. The final member to be introduced is Brad Cage, who styles himself as an action hero and asserts his leadership of the team, a claim swiftly refuted by Corina. Initially, Sebastian finds himself taken aback and perplexed, as the international heist crew comprises merely 5 individuals, himself included. Gwen elucidates that the limited size of the team is a strategic decision aimed at minimizing the likelihood of detection. The quintet devises a plan to execute 3 heists across Europe within a span of 3 days. Their inaugural destination is Paris, where the Rheingold safe, noted for having the fewest combinations among its counterparts, is housed within a credit union. Moments before initiating the heist, Sebastian experiences a surge of hesitation and panic upon observing Brad Cage arming himself. Gwen seeks to assuage his fears by assuring him that the firearm is not loaded. Sebastian is the first to enter the credit union, proceeding directly to the restroom. Concurrently, Gwen procures the keys from a security guard and enters the deposit room under the guise of a guest. Subsequently, Corina arrives to divert the attention of the teller, allowing Gwen and Sebastian to stealthily access the vault where the safe is located. Presented with a genuine and formidable safe, Sebastian seizes the opportunity to demonstrate his safe-cracking expertise. After narrating the history of the safe to Gwen, he skillfully deciphers the puzzle, unlocking the safe. The duo collects the money from the vault and makes their escape from the credit union, with Brad creating a diversion for the second time. The heist is executed seamlessly, and the crew departs without detection. In contrast, Delacroix, a zealous Interpol agent who has doggedly pursued the crew for years since being shot by Brad, uncovers footage of the heist at the credit union and suspects Gwen's crew of being the perpetrators. Beatrix, a member of his team, questions the urgency of pursuing the thieves given the ongoing zombie outbreak that demands attention. However, Delacroix, consumed by his obsession with the thieves, dismisses the zombie apocalypse. He deduces that the crew is targeting the remaining Wagner safes and instructs other Interpol officers to prepare for action. As the crew revels in the aftermath of the successful Paris heist, Corina extends an invitation to Sebastian for a romantic encounter, which he declines due to his burgeoning feelings for Gwen, much to Corina's disappointment. Later that night, Corina discloses to Sebastian that Brad's true identity is Alexis and that they are romantically involved. Nonetheless, Sebastian spends the evening conversing with her about their pasts and the location of Götterdämmerung, inciting jealousy in Brad. The following day, the crew reaches Prague, where the Valkyrie safe is secured within the NPIB bank. Sebastian and Gwen are tasked with infiltrating the bank, with Corina providing support from a van. Sebastian navigates through several rooms undetected and eventually reunites with Gwen at an elevator. The pair descends to the underground vault, where they encounter 2 guards, whom Gwen swiftly incapacitates using her martial arts skills. As is customary, Sebastian elucidates the history of the safe to Gwen before attempting to crack it. Regrettably, a bank security officer grows suspicious of Sebastian's movements and disappearance from the CCTV footage, prompting the activation of a soft lockdown alarm. In response, Brad initiates Plan B, arming himself with weapons and donning a peculiar mask. He enters the bank, incapacitating several security guards with tranquilizer darts, corrals the patrons to the center of the room, and instructs the staff to fill a bag with money. On the opposing end, Delacroix and his team lie in wait, anticipating the movements of the thieves, yet nothing transpires. Opting for a proactive approach, they decide to enter the bank, only to discover that their vigil has been stationed at the incorrect bank, as the safe had been relocated to NPIB. Returning to the vault, Sebastian's initial attempt at cracking the safe is unsuccessful, placing the safe at risk of being permanently locked should he falter again. Fortuitously, he ultimately succeeds in deciphering the puzzle and accessing the safe, transferring a portion of the money into their bags. The tumult incited by Brad facilitates the escape of Sebastian and Gwen from the vault. In the course of their exit, Brad sustains a gunshot wound to the shoulder from a security guard but manages to re-enter the van. Rolf initiates their escape, and Gwen successfully leaps into the van with assistance from Brad. When Sebastian attempts to follow suit, Brad intentionally thrusts him back onto the street, compelling him to evade the ensuing pursuit independently. Sebastian procures a bicycle and utilizes it to elude the police, eventually finding refuge on a departing train. Gwen's reaction to Brad's prior action is one of anger and disappointment, despite their prior agreement to abandon Sebastian upon the completion of the 3 heists. She instructs Rolf to halt the van and elects to depart from both the van and the heist team. Karina aligns herself with Gwen, and together they resolve to return to Munich and reunite with Sebastian. A disheartened Sebastian is taken aback when he discovers Karina and Gwen awaiting him at the residence. They extend apologies, and Gwen implores him to persist with the heist. After several words of encouragement, Sebastian resolves to rejoin Karina and Gwen in undertaking their final heist. The trio proceeds to St. Moritz, where the 3rd safe is situated, with Delacroix and his team also converging on the town. This time, the Interpol team is better prepared and confident, as one of their members successfully infiltrates Sebastian's communication line, divulging their plan. The Interpol team enters the casino only to realize they have been deceived, as the safe had been transported earlier due to their communication with the casino staff, leaving Delacroix perplexed. It is revealed that 8 hours prior, Karina had impersonated an Interpol agent and informed the casino manager, where the Siegfried safe was housed, of a potential attack. Consequently, the casino agreed to advance the shipment by 30 minutes to circumvent any planned assaults. Sebastian and Gwen commandeered the armored truck and retrieved the vault themselves, while Karina intentionally recorded a radio transmission that misled Interpol into believing the pickup time remained unchanged. Sebastian attends to the vault as Gwen navigates them towards their escape route. Regrettably, Brad and Rolf, stationed at the casino, ascertain Gwen's location via her phone's GPS. Recognizing the impending danger, Karina exits the van in an attempt to thwart them, but is promptly encircled by Interpol agents and taken into custody. Fortunately, she succeeds in alerting Gwen. Beatrix persuades her to divulge Gwen's escape plan, enabling Interpol to pursue them. In summary, Sebastian successfully cracks the safe's lock, and Gwen opts to halt the truck to retrieve all the money within the vault. However, Brad and Rolf arrive on the scene, and Brad brandishes a firearm at the duo. It is revealed that Gwen had preemptively removed the firing pin from Brad's weapon, and she swiftly gains the upper hand, securing both Brad and Rolf to the truck for Interpol to discover, before departing with Sebastian. The duo reaches the pier and, just prior to embarking on a boat, they are apprehended by Delacroix, who levels his gun at them. Gwen reciprocates by aiming her weapon at the Interpol agent and, following a series of negotiations, elects to sacrifice herself for arrest, as she is the object of Delacroix's pursuit. Delacroix reluctantly acquiesces and detains Gwen, allowing Sebastian to escape via the boat. He discovers a passport prepared by Karina and embarks on a journey to the United States. I invite you to subscribe for more content of this nature, activate notifications, and express your appreciation with a like to support the channel. I extend my gratitude for your viewership.